So you're a co-host on the Dr. Green Thumb show, right? With Be Real.
Yeah.
How did you end up linking with Be Real?
I mean, me and Be Real go back. He was always in New York back in the days when Cypress Hill just came out, and we would always be at the same parties and shit. So we always kept in touch, and I would always run into him overseas. We'll be crossing paths and shit because we're doing a lot of the same shit, working with the same people and shit. So one day we just had an idea. It's like, yo, why don't we do a project together? So we started doing this project. It was probably maybe like 5-6 years ago already, but it's done now, and we got like 14 joints about to bang people with. So it's that good hip hop shit again.
Right. And where did the idea come from for you to be on the podcast?
I mean, it was never a plan. I just, I moved out to Cali because I wanted to get away from New York. Because me and my girl just had a baby, so a baby girl, my daughter.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I don't want to raise my daughter in New York. I'm tired of New York, and New York had me drained already. I was like, I couldn't even think in New York. So we moved out to the West Coast. At the same time, I was like, you know what? I'm doing this album with Be Real, so it'll make more sense for me to get in the studio in California with Be Real and finish up the album. So just me by going to the studio to work on the album shit, I seen that they was doing the podcast and all that, and then B was like, yo, you want to DJ? You want to, and then just come and be a guest one time. I did the Smoke Box, they do all the interviews and all that. And
right.
And just little by little, they just start inviting me, and next thing you know, I'm just a regular there. Yeah, so it was.
How do you like being on the podcast though? And like, because I know you guys have guests sometimes too, so it's like now you're on the other side of it. You're used to being interviewed all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool because I get to meet a lot of people, and a lot of people that I met on the show. I'm working. I got them on the album. Like we did an interview with Too Short. And right after the interview, I stepped to him like, yo, me and B's doing an album. Let's jump on it. He was like, no doubt. And boom, now we got a joint with Too Short. It's like, little things like that to me is like, if that
I know that's going to be fire. I know that song's going to be fire just because your guys' styles are just, very like strong styles. That's going to be crazy.
It's crazy. The whole album is crazy. So yeah, man, and I always put together a lot of good collabos, I know how to put people together and shit. So yeah, man. So yeah, just doing the podcast, it's cool. I study you guys, everybody. I take little things from you guys and just learn, asking questions and shit. Like you always do good interviews, I'll be watching your shit.
Oh, you know who I am?
Yeah. I mean, I watch you.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know.
When you guys was going at it with the Cuban links and all that shit. Yeah, that shit was dope.
I didn't know, so I was like, I wasn't sure at first, like if you were even gonna show up for the interview. To be honest with you,
I mean, that's why I agreed to do it, because if I didn't know who the fuck you was, then I'd be like, nah, fuck this. Like, I gotta know some history and shit. But yeah, it's all love. Right. It's all love.
Because a lot of times, bro, because when people find out my close association, right, they'll be like, nah, I don't want to do it anymore because of the politics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I didn't know. I never asked you to be like, yo, like do you know? And then like, or what? And I wasn't even sure if you were going to show up, because you're a man of very few words too on social media. So sometimes when you don't really say anything, I'm like, maybe he found out and he don't really want to do it anymore.
I mean, like I said, I don't get involved in whatever's going on. I keep it about me. So, whatever. I don't even know what you're talking about right now, and it's probably even better that way. But yeah, whatever it is, man, it doesn't even, has nothing to do with me, man. I'm doing what I do, Beatnuts, psycho less shit, whatever.
Right.